What follows is a quick demonstration of how ShoreTel Communicator can operate within an ECC environment. What you will see is how Communicator's toolbars can provide very specific capabilities. You will also see a supervisor's communications options. We'll also show you how Communicator can adapt to different desktop environments. The first thing you notice in Communicator in the contact center is a new pull down. This is where an agent can log in, log out of all their groups, resume themselves from availability for calls, as well as access to a handful of desktop tools, and if you were a supervisor, access to the agent manager and contact center reports. Once we go over to the toolbars, however, you will see that there are several contact center toolbars that have been built, including one we call a release wrap common toolbar. This has a handful of codes that the agent is required to use. We have 2 release codes, we have 2 wrap codes, we have 1 survey transfer, we have the ability to end the wrap early, and we also have the ability built into this toolbar to transfer just within the agent group. Now the second toolbar we're going to show you is called the ECC toolbar. It could have been built for a completely different group with a completely different set of requirements, including the ability to ping the supervisor, perhaps pull a release code from a list, as well as being able to release or resume, log in and log out, or look at their groups with a single click. And as you can see, the agent logs in and logs out with that one simple action. Now from a supervisor's point of view, if we look down in the contact section of Communicator, we have the ability to get in touch with anybody we need with a right click. I can intercom, I can barge, I can whisper page, I can use alert when available, or I can very simply silently monitor what's going on in the conversation. I also have Communicator set up for what I need it to do, so I can look at somebody's name and click on the word coach or barge in. Ultimately, the supervisor can drop the agent off the call and completely take over that call, releasing the agent for their next activity. One of Communicator's best tricks is its ability to adapt into different desktop environments. We are now going to see Communicator in its miniature view. We will also open up the agent wallboard, as well as a queue manager. This is yet a different way of using ShoreTel Communicator. In the miniature mode, we're now going to take advantage of a pre-built contact center toolbar that gives us our controls and also gives us release wrap code information and feedback as to time and state. Let's follow the process of an agent answering a call. Call comes in the ACD calls window. Agent goes to Communicator, puts themselves back into a resumed state, and is now capable of handling the call. And as the agent works their way through the call, ultimately deciding that this call needs to be transferred to the survey as they pull wrap and release codes, concluding the interaction. So now we're going to take the agent's environment into a docked state where Communicator lives across the top of the screen. You can see I have my contact center pull down. I have my other toolbars. Perhaps as a multimedia agent, we have email open. We may have a contact center agent dashboard open. We may have other applications open. We are now ready to service our incoming ACD call and engage the call directly from the queue manager. I can see across the top all my call information, various call profiles, capable of popping open a web application if needed. I am now going to transfer the call to Scott Schilling. The key difference in this last example is that Communicator was able to stay well out of harm's way and let the agent's applications dominate the desktop. After the transfer, the agent ends wrap and then pulls a release code. And with that, we conclude our brief demo of ShoreTel Communicator and Enterprise Contact Center.